Okay, welcome back to Jacobit's Learning Group. This is Asian and Asian Pacific Islanders Month. With that said, let's move on to Dr. Gobind Khorana. Let's just look at some things. He was a Nobel Prize winner in really it was medicine and physiology. He had a natural curiosity for learning about science, and he learned new information on DNA molecules. If you're teachers, if you're with students, maybe you can get them to outline some of this information, get them to look at what the article says. There I go again with that bad hand. And you can look at perhaps what was said, natural curiosity for learning about science, learn information on DNA molecules. This is something else, isn't it? So anyway, if you can, try to get your students to look at what's important. And then with that, this is like a pre-reading exercise. So now you can move on to the reading. And I got his picture here from Wikimedia. So let's move on. Okay, Dr. Khorana's discoveries led to new methods for looking at ribonucleic acid, RNA. Dr. Khorana's district in India was known as an area where hardworking people lived. Khorana stated, "My father wanted me to read because he knew this was a way out of poverty." And so this might be an important note. Had it not been for scholarships, Dr. Khorana would not have been able to attend the university. Despite this obvious hardship, Dr. Khorana graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and a Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. And Dr. Khorana traveled to the University of Liverpool to receive a PhD in Organic Chemistry. When World War II ended, Dr. Khorana could not obtain a job in India. Therefore, he studied in laboratories in Canada, England, and Switzerland. He even went to the University of Wisconsin. He became an American citizen. Dr. Khorana, along with Dr. Hawley and Dr. Nierenberg, earned the 1968 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine. So we copied this up here so you can look at these answers here. Your students' answers may vary. What type of man was Dr. Gobind Khorana? And already you have here that he was hardworking. Okay, some of your more advanced students might get the word, they might get the word industrious. How did World War II affect Dr. Khorana's career? Dr. Khorana could not obtain a job in India. You might want to have your students do some prior research, find out what was going on. Why would India be affected by World War II? And one of the books that I read here was about amazing Asians. Is you can get it on Amazon. Was about how not only people from India but people from China, Japan, Taiwan had been treated and how far they had to go. You can do background checking, but obviously if there was a war, in a world war, it kind of affected everybody in the world, or not everybody, but a lot of people in the world. And what was happening, the article will bring up that India was getting its independence from Britain, which means it had to form its own not its own separate monetary system. It means that it had to start kind of from the ground and redo everything. So he couldn't obtain a job there. And the book said he wanted to go back there, but he had to go where he had to go. Amazingly, he ended up in the United States of America at the University of Wisconsin. Which word is closest to the meaning of despite? That's question number 3. So we have to go back up here and find the word despite. And don't we kind of get what's going on? Well, I should have done that with a highlighter. Sorry about that. Let's see, come here. So despite, Wrong color, but anyway, despite his obvious hardship, Dr. Khorana graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and a Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. A lot of times when children are making context clues, they want to go back and see which word would fit in the best. And so can you put the word here, since this obvious hardship, Dr. Khorana graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and a Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. This is a possibility, so let's leave it open. Can you put where this obvious hardship? Dr. Khorana graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and a Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. Probably not. Like, where would ask a question like, where did he go? And really don't get into that here. Like, you're not answering where. So let's go not answered. Okay, lost this obvious hardship. Lost this obvious hardship. Dr. Khorana graduated Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. And also this obvious hardship, we kind of didn't have an introduction like this happened too. And we had that in the first period paragraph, but not in the second paragraph. So also this obvious hardship, Dr. Khorana graduated with Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and a Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. You know, if you wanted to put also here, you would say, despite this obvious hardship, Dr. Khorana graduated Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and also a Master of Science degree in Microchemistry. That's not what happened. So your answer here is since. And that's what it is. Once again, any questions, go to jacobitzlearning@gmail.com. And thanks for watching.